Good evening. All in attendance, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag and the singing of our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated.
Good evening, Dr. Portes, Mrs. Van Sickle, Mr. Gibbs, President of the Board of Education, Mr. Senek, Mr. Seborowski, Mr. Raffo, Mr. Hazler, members of the Board of Education, members of the Town Council, Pequannock Administration, Pequannock Valley School faculty and staff, parents, family friends, and most importantly, the Pequannock Valley School Class of 2026. My name is Alara Gunez, and thank you for coming tonight as we begin a new chapter in our lives. The famous author A.A. Milne once wrote, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, which is why it is called the present." With that in mind, I want everyone to look around this field. You may see someone who you grew up with, or someone you could have sworn never even attended this school. Regardless, something about life is that you'll never know the importance of a present memory until it becomes a memory. 4 years from now, many of us will be sitting in these exact same seats we're in today, which may seem to be ages from now, but I still vividly remember walking to this building for the very first time. I think back to our 6th grade orientation. I walked through those doors not knowing a single soul, and fumbling with my lock, wondering how I was ever going to learn how to use my locker, just ended up abandoning it halfway through the year. Forging ahead, I would say the transition to 7th grade was a lot harder than the 1 to 6. We were constantly told the hand-holding stops in middle school, but I don't think that truly happened until 7th grade. We were given harder assignments and more independence to understand who we are. In spite of the obstacles, we grew, academically, athletically, and as people. And for that, we've proven ourselves to be capable of withstanding challenges. Moving along into 8th grade, I would say it was a pretty memorable year, despite the fact that our welcome back included math homework on the very first day of school. Mr. Zumo. Although the work grew tough, it was worth it for those unforgettable memories made through these last couple of months. With our 8th grade trip, our wonderful party, and just us coming together to make it the best year yet. It is absolutely surreal how quickly we went from walking to the building in September to standing here today. This final year has been pivotal, and I am so grateful to be able to share this experience of our middle school career with such amazing teachers, family members, and friends. If there's one thing you take away from this experience as you head to high school, is to cherish the memories made here in middle school. The good, the bad, the mistakes, and even the expectations. Because those are the experiences that shaped us into the people we are and the version of ourselves we will take into what the future holds. Once again, congratulations to the class of 2026. We did it. Before we begin, I would like to ask all of you to kindly respect our dignified ceremony. Please turn off your cell phones and refrain from calling out. And please hold your applause until all students' names are called. Thank you.
Good evening to all in attendance. My name is Diana Smiley, and on September 7th, 2017, I gazed at the words that read Hillview Elementary School. With my mom's hand holding mine, I cautiously released it, ready to embark on my new educational journey. I walked through the kindergarten door, anxiously following my teacher to her classroom. I stared at the faces that were once unfamiliar. I stared at the school that would be my new home for the next 5 years. I stared at the people who were a part of my journey. I stared at the fifth graders passing through the hallways, questioning when my time in their shoes would come. And before I knew it, it came too fast. Within the blink of an eye, I was already attending 6th grade orientation and amazed at how large the Pequannock Valley Middle School was compared to Hillview Elementary School. Upon entering PV, all 3 elementary schools converged into one class, and I was thrilled to see all of the new faces. I studied the halls as I followed the peer leaders guiding my group, unable to comprehend that I was now a middle schooler. The two worlds of the childhood and adolescence crashed into each other as we embarked on our middle school journey. We all made new friends, changed our personalities, and worked on our academics. As the brief 3 years passed, a litany of challenges and experiences have molded us into who we are today. What was once easy and breezy work transitioned into something much more complex. Expectations in academics gradually grew over time as we matured. ABCs are, in fact, not as easy as 1, 2, 3s. As we all have been taught, remembering algebraic formulas and understanding the themes behind Shakespeare's sonnets are quite difficult to master. However, today, as we celebrate our departure from PPV, we reflect on the exciting, life-changing, and at times challenging moments we lived during our short time here. Despite PVMS only representing a small percent of our lives, it has changed us forever. There were a multitude of aspects that drove us to where we are standing today. This evening, we look back on all of the help given to us. Teachers that have helped us unlock our academic potential, and friends have helped make us PVMS a pleasant experience filled with unforgettable memories. And most importantly, tonight, we look to our future and the paths we'll follow in the coming 4 years. As we approach the next chapter of our lives, we'll start to notice that life becomes more serious. Just as our time at PV is closed, another door will open, offering new opportunities that will help us find our own paths. As the legendary poet Robert Frost wrote in his famous poem, The Road Not Taken, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Frost's words teach us that we, as students, cannot define one path as the right one, but instead follow our own path, even if our friends diverge from us. Every student present on the field has their own specific desires, passions, and talents, and it is your individual choice to follow your heart or to blend in with the crowd. And evidently, the heart knows what is best for each and every one of us. PV has taught us that even if we feel isolated as we initiate our new and independent expeditions to high school, there will be mentors supporting us along the way. Therefore, it is with great honor and privilege that I say, thank you all very much for attending PV's 2026 8th grade promotion ceremony. We are thrilled to close this chapter and to soon embark on this next difficult but rewarding journey to high school with all of your support. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, but most importantly, the PV class of 2026. We started this journey together in February of 2023. The counselors, peer leaders, and I went to all the elementary schools to introduce ourselves and begin the process of preparing you for life at Pequannock Valley School. I remember visiting those classrooms, and I can still see some of those faces, wide-eyed, a little scared, and very excited to hear about the lunches that are served at the middle school. And now, here we are, 3 awfully quick years later, and countless chicken patties have been eaten. You have spent the last 3 years working toward this moment in the classroom, on the field and court, performances on the stage, and a great deal of service to your school and community, all while learning from your mistakes and showing great resiliency along the way. As we were preparing for the incoming 6th grade parent orientation recently, we were discussing some of the things we try to do for our students. One thing that really struck a chord was, in fact, resiliency. And one of the things we tried to do over the course of 3 years was to build that idea of grit and confidence, and that it's not necessarily about teaching you how to always be successful, but rather teaching you how to respond when you are not successful. You have accomplished so much during your time at PV, but I want you to think back to the beginning of your time there. Remember how nervous you were about having 8 different teachers, walking the halls with those big scary 8th graders, or having to get to school by 7:50. Many of you probably look back on those days and wish you didn't spend that much time worrying about the things that just seem to fall into place. You see, you have to remember, as you get ready to take the next step in high school, you've been in this position already. Yes, you were a little younger and maybe not as confident as you are right now, but you did this 3 years ago. And now, with experience, hopefully you have seen that failure is not, in fact, the end of something, but rather a chance to get better and grow as a person. Sometimes we don't realize this until later in life, but remember that the mistakes or the difficulties we encounter are necessary to allow us to grow into the people we are meant to become. So embrace them, because if you do, you have an excellent chance to flourish in the end. We started the year with the theme of building your legacy, and although we never found that time capsule, we did discuss what it means to leave a legacy as an individual, a school, and a community. Mr. Leonard, who takes so many pictures for our students and staff in the district. In fact, let's give Mr. Leonard a round of applause for all that he does. Countless school events all year long. Thank you, Mr. Leonard. And Mr. Leonard gave the school a great picture from the 8th grade party a few weeks back, and we will be putting that in the time capsule as a way to remember this group when it is open 25 years from now in the spring of 2051. And I am proud to say the legacy left by the 75th class of students to be promoted from PV is a strong one, and I can't think of a better group of people to represent us 25 years from now. Your accomplishments in the classroom, in athletics, and on the stage are unparalleled. You produced some of PV's highest NJSLA scores over the last decade on a regular basis. There were several presidential academic awards given to this group last week. You won 9 championships on the field, court, and track. And this, of course, helped in giving me more championships as the principal than Mr. Hazler's tenure as PV's principal, but who's keeping track? I am, obviously, so thank you. You had multiple excellent and superior ratings in band and choir over all 3 years. You had the largest audience to watch a musical in the history of PV. The accolades go on, and these accomplishments truly are wonderful. But as this is my last chance to talk to you as a group, I'm going to remind you of what I often say at our class meetings, as well as all the individual ones we have had through the years. Kindness counts for so much in this world, especially in moments when life is downright tough. You never know what a kind word will do to lift someone's spirits. And although there are no magic solutions to challenging times, I want you to remember what your teachers and administrators have shared with you. You've heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it again. It isn't about having the highest GPA in the class or being the most athletic or the best performer. It's not about who has the most friends or that dreaded phrase, the most likes. I hope that you remember how often we shared it's about being the nice person. It's about always bringing your best effort forward each and every day and asking others how you might be able to make their day better. I'm hoping that during your time at PV, you learn just how important it is to be the nice person. To be the person, whether through big or small gestures, makes the environment around them a better place due to their presence. And just like at PV, your high school teachers and administrators will not guarantee your grades or even your level of success when encountering the challenges that lie ahead. However, I can promise you, if you do these 2 things, simply give your absolute best effort in any situation and treat people with kindness, you will go on to do great things. People want to be around kind, caring, and hard-working individuals. They do not want to associate with people who bring them down, with people who make excuses, or with people who don't have anything positive to offer. I've been witness to this not only in schools, but in life for many years. Work hard, be kind, and in many ways, it really is as simple as that. As you move to high school, I want you to continue to improve your skills in the areas that bring you joy. Don't hesitate to try new things as you continue to grow into the people you are meant to become. Kobe Bryant used to say, when you find that thing that you love, it all makes sense. When you wake up in the morning, life just makes sense. If you have that feeling, then you are truly doing what you are meant to be doing. And it's my hope for all of you here on the field tonight that you get to that point in your life. But it's vital to remember that for every second not applied to becoming a better person, we fall a second behind in the pursuit of growing into the best version of ourselves. So remember, I'm inviting all of you back in front of PV in the spring of 2051 to open that time capsule, because there isn't a better group than I can think of to do that with than this one. It really has been my honor to serve as your principal for the last 3 years. And on behalf of the PV administration, faculty, and staff, we wish this talented group of young adults nothing but the best as they move forward from middle school. It is time for you to take the knowledge, spirit, and promise you developed at PV and share it with the rest of the world. Congratulations to the PV class of 2026 on this milestone, and best wishes in all that you do. Dr. Portis, as principal of Pequannock Valley School, it gives me great pleasure to inform you that the students sitting before me have met all of the requirements of the New Jersey Department of Education and the Pequannock Township Board of Education and are ready to be promoted to high school.
Alexa Lisa. Gia Arena. Michael Anello. Liliana Bashi. Nico Arena. Brian Groninger. Sarah Baychak. Anthony Zasek. Charlie Zasek. Natasha Caputo. Patrick Toot. Soham Shah. Athena Zhuang. Gabrielle Bettenker. Levi Lewis. Caitlin Froelich. Paulo Guerrero. Mia Aldama. Arabella Martinez. Carmine Iosa. Daniela Battaglia. Henry Samick, former Pequannock Township Board of Education member, will present the diploma to his granddaughter. Gia Gondor. Michael Fusco. Quinn Balera. Daphne Kernan. Ethan Salazar. Sophia Rose Giosi. Angelina Ervolino. Emma Bloomert. Joseph Bloomert, Pequannock Township Board of Education member, will present the diploma to his daughter. Alana Brown. Diana Ismaili. Binish Khan. Ariana Grimaldos. Adrian Muaremi. Carly Marr. Matthew Hankey. Olivia Martiak. Zachary Washington. Amelia Rogers. Peter Anderson. Valentina Velasquez. Jack Cook. Nina Biancamano. Ethan Fendora. Caitlin Rosciola. Frank Fields. Chloe Callender. Matthew Iglar. Delia Kaminsky. Joseph Laborda. Zoe Linzenbold. Owen Lamoriello. Amanda Madera. Aiden Lucas. Eric Lungu. Lily Ortiz. Adele Santo. Briella DiFrancesca. Quinn Nash. Alexis Shea. Cameron Casker. Bartholomew Alazio. Adam Yassin. Gianna Amorosi. Justin Yori. Allison Pomeroy. Francis Medina. Elena Burinich. Julian Jurowitz. Alessia Sager. Elena Blythe. Nico Marquez. Alara Gunez. Ryan Soul. Colt Taylor. Milena Velios. Shane Wilk. Sammy Al-Shaheen. Haley Battaglia. Henry Samick, former Pequannock Township Board of Education member, will present the diploma to his granddaughter. Matthew Bradley. Ashlyn Bruno. Gwen Cannon. Sophia Rez. Ian Ramirez. Christopher DeCanio. Sophia Dello. Caden MacDonald. Isabel Dennis. Griffin D. Michael Hart. Melissa Lanzanfama, teacher at PTHS, will present the diploma to her son. Sloan Frame. Tristan Harper. Kian Odgers. Jocelyn Chavez. Dylan Ortega. William Morse. Joyce Noblet. Liam Peller. Michael Cassidy. Irvania Crespo. Evan Van Wingerden. Daniel Britton. Oliver Emusov. Jonathan Schwartz. Sophia Saluzniak. Chase Doty. Riley Doty. Juliana Cavuto. Trevor Farino. Isabella Ospina. Jake Martino. Eliana Fink Nunes. Peyton Hurd. Emma Del Judas. Dominic Chokov. Abigail Fazekas. Jake Mosera. Logan Mundaka. Alexandra Tripp. Mahi Patel. Brian Pogorzelski. David Seigling. Kenza Astley. Alexander Slootmaker. Danica Hendershot. Marcello Anello. Bushra Kablin. Emma Hausch. Christian Habermas. Cameron Lamoureux. Jose Merladet. Rylan Shenton. Kara Shenton, Pequannock Township Board of Education member, will present the diploma to her daughter. Devin Party. Carly Boardman. Caleb Ashenden. Mateo Stella. Alexander Vella. Riley McSweeney. Greg McSweeney, Pequannock Township Board of Education member, will present the diploma to his daughter. Edward Goldner. Jalen Dixon. Mabry Sifu. Alexander Kaimov. Matthew Gilligan. Alexander Morley. Michael Laglia. Tristan Licardo. Madison Clark. Chase McGovern. Brandon Torelli. Annabelle Passio. Katie Moore, teacher at PTGS, will present the diploma to her sons. Charles Regan. Christopher Regan. Lam Diab. Michael Valent. Andy Redzeppi. Blake Vukosa. Nicholas Barahona. Henry Inglis. Chase Ringen. Daniel Salkowski. Dylan Struble. Nicholas Gagliardi. Anthony Sipper. Aiden Genove. John Cataldi. Ronan D'Amico. Lucas Rivera. Marco Bellini. Graduates, would you please stand? As a symbolic gesture of your completion of middle school, graduates, you may now turn your tassels. Students, please be seated.
Stephen Hawking once said, "If you look behind every exceptional person, there's an exceptional teacher." Hi, my name is Gabrielle Bettenker, and this is most certainly true. At PV, we have lots of talented students who not only excel in learning, but in activities like arts, sports, and music. We have many skilled faculty members who use their knowledge to teach us students their crafts. Middle school can be a scary and overwhelming place for many, but with the kind of faculty we have at PV, comfort is normal. Our staff are extremely kind and patient. They will not hesitate to help any student, whether it's their own or in a different class. Not only are our teachers big-hearted, but so are the rest of the staff, like the aides, custodians, secretaries, lunch ladies, principal, vice principal, and more. Whether students are playing the clarinet in the band, writing their own narratives in English, or playing in the badminton lunch tournament, our staff put in so much effort to make PV not only a school, but a second home to all. We have all grown so much from the shy kids in kindergarten to the confident high schoolers we are now, and so have the staff. The teachers have seen thousands of students come through their doors each day, ready to learn and bond for a year of a lifetime. Thank you to all of the staff. You show up every day with smiles on your faces. You think of PV not as work, but as a place to help students grow, and you teach us many life lessons. As we get ready to step into the halls of high school, the transition feels less intimidating because of the foundation you have built for us here at PV. We aren't just leaving with memories, we're leaving with the confidence to take on the next chapter. The best way us students can thank the amazing staff is to take the hardworking personality they have taught us and carry it with us for the rest of our lives. With the best staff here, students are set up to have a bright future ahead of them. Thank you, PV faculty, for believing us before we even knew how to believe ourselves. At this time, may all of the faculty at PV rise. Let us acknowledge these amazing people with a round of applause. We would like to recognize our Director of Security, Mr. Ron Lucas. He will be relocating at the end of the summer. We thank him for his leadership and working to keep the district safe. Please give Mr. Lucas a round of applause.
Good evening, parents and guardians of the Pequannock Valley Middle School graduating class of 2026. My name is Quinn Nash, and it is with open arms and grateful hearts that we share this memorable milestone with you. As we look out at your smiling faces, we can sense the happiness you feel for us. It is because of you that we are here, where learning takes place in a supportive and caring environment. The strong roots of our education have given us the chance to grow and be challenged academically. We've learned a sense of community and respect among our peers. It all started with you at home, helping us develop relationships and trust with our teachers and friends. As I reflect on how we all got to this remarkable place in time, I am reminded of a favorite quote from the 13th century poet Rumi. Be a lamp, a lifeboat, or a ladder. You have been all of these things to us. You were our lamps. From our first days of preschool, when you fostered our creativity and held our hands, to elementary school, where you supported and guided us with our learning, to right here at PV Middle School, where we met new and exciting challenges. You were our love boats. When we had our first day jitters, you were there to calm our nerves and take a million pictures. If we became sick, it was you who helped us get better so we could get back on track. And it was you who would be there with kind words and a hug if we had a tough day. You were our ladders, always there to help us focus on our next steps to prepare for what was to come, because so much was coming. School parties and concerts, sports, clubs, and volunteer work, and balancing more difficult schoolwork with activities. All of these things that you helped us with prepared us for this moment in time. You believed in us and helped us achieve even more than we ever thought possible. We thank you for being our ladders to success. Can the Pequannock Valley class of 2026 please give our parents and guardians a warm round of applause?
Good evening, faculty, families, friends, and the stars of tonight's show, the graduating class of 2026. For those who don't know me, my name is Ken MacDonald, and it is an honor to speak to you tonight as we look back on this journey. As we end tonight's ceremony, we will naturally look towards the future and see what it will hold for us. In just a few short months, we will be high school freshmen, navigating the new hallways, meeting new people, and stepping into a much larger world. For some of us, it feels like only yesterday that we walked through the sixth grade doors and up the steps for the first time, but for others, it might have felt like a century ago. But whether it flew by or dragged on, I can speak for almost everyone here when I say that the first day or even week was quite nerve-wracking. We were all unsure about what middle school would be like. If we look back at our sixth grade year, we can see how much we have truly changed. Those brand new challenges of rushing to open our lockers while trying not to be late to class, adjusting to having many different teachers, different classrooms, and even walking up those endless flights of stairs every single day haven't just defined our start, they helped build our character. By seventh grade, the training wheels were off. The expectations for our work and behavior became real. Not only did we learn that success requires patience and effort, we also learned how to enjoy the reward of that hard work. Whether it was the thrill of the Dorney Park trip, the chaos of field day, or even the late-night cantinas, unknowingly, we were starting to make the memories that we will carry forward with us. Now, it's hard to believe that only a few months ago, we began eighth grade. We learned what it was like to be the leaders of our school and set an example for the younger classes. This year, we have also made even more memories, including our recent eighth grade trip to the Poconos and the eighth grade dance. In just a few short months, we'll go from being the oldest students in the school to the youngest once again. With this next chapter comes more freedom, bigger opportunities, and greater responsibilities. We're going to meet new people, explore new ideas, and eventually start driving our own cars, which I am 100% certain our parents are already terrified about. But high school is still in the distance. In the present, we are here. The time we have spent here at PV has given us more than just grades. It has given us countless useful skills, like algebra, where we learned that when we add letters to numbers, the answer is always a headache. But honestly, it also gave us thousands of amazing memories. We are so focused on rushing into the future that we forget how valuable right now is. Author Harvey Mackay captured this perfectly when he said, "Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back." As a class, we can relate to this more than we might want to admit. We spend so much time looking at the horizon that we forget to look down at our feet. The heart and soul of tonight isn't just about finishing middle school. It's about the gift of being present. The future will bring great many things, but the future cannot create memories. Only the present can. It's the moments where you laughed until your stomach hurt, the unplanned hangouts with your crew, or even the feeling of scoring the game-winning point for the team. Those are the moments that will stay with us forever. Now, to the class of 2026, we are officially closing the book on middle school. The pages ahead of us are completely blank, and it is entirely up to us to write an unforgettable story. If I can leave you with just one message tonight, that is, make the most of every moment and every opportunity. Don't rush the now just to get to the next. Celebrate today, remember these moments, and let's make the future unforgettable. Congratulations to the class of 2026. Thank you and have a good night.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming this evening, but before we close the ceremony, I would like to thank a few people for making all of this happen tonight. Thank you to our 8th grader advisors, Mrs. Teresi and Mr. Zumo, for their work in organizing the ceremony. Thank you, Mrs. Biondi and Mrs. Veneria, for all of their support. Thank you to Mr. Lucas and his security team for their help in keeping us safe tonight. Once again, thank you to Mr. Leonard for all the great pictures he took. And a very special thank you to Mr. Anderson and the maintenance and custodial staff for setting everything up for us tonight. At this time, our students will exit to Memorial Field, where you can pick them up and take as many pictures as you'd like, but please wait until all students have made their way onto the field, and you can also take pictures with the PV 2026 sign that's located there. I wish everyone a great evening, a happy summer, and please get home safely.